speaking of Cassie husband, they saying that he was mean mugging Diddy in the court when the prosecutors were showing Cassie pictures of the 13 men that she was having sex with, that Diddy made her have sex with.
Well, I believe that Cassie husband knew all of that, and she probably confided in him. She probably was confiding in him when he was just her personal trainer. He knew some of the stuff probably that she was going through. It's just like if you got a chick that's a porn star, you know, uh, she's a porn star, bro. If you got a chick that's a porn star, you know she done been through a lot of men. It's allegedly that Cassie went through a lot of men because Diddy orchestrated her to go through a lot of men. Because she didn't have this behavior prior to him. She even said that Diddy is the one who taught her how to do fellatios. You understand? She said that. So I'm like, he showed her? Is showing this girl, not with him, but with other dudes. Like, it didn't come out in court yet, but and they didn't get into it like that. But did Diddy stop her and say, "You're doing it wrong," and he started doing it himself and showed her how to do it? Yeah, that shit is crazy, man. But I believe Alex knew all her transgressions. He knew all about this shit. And he accepted her, you know, not for what she'd been through. You understand? He accepted her and he knew her heart other than all the shit that she had went through. You understand what I'm saying, bro? I believe he had already accepted that. But he just to hear it and play it out in front of you in court, and you know this is the mofo that did it to her, yeah, he gonna look at him a certain way. And the fact that he knows that they had already told him he could not be in court when Cassie testified about certain things, about the rape and everything like that, that she told him about, and that because both of them was dating them at the same time. She had stopped dating Puff and started dating Alex. And it was allegedly that Puff came over there and he raped her. And in doing that, Alex could not be in the courtroom, and they had already told him when that part come over there and they begin that line of question that the prosecutor was going to let him know that he had to step outside the courtroom because he might be called in that as a witness or witness to what Cassie told him about the situation. So he was probably more upset about that than anything else. He was probably upset about that, bro. That he's gonna have to leave out the courtroom uh, because Cassie was gonna have to talk about the the assault that Puff supposedly had did on her when they was no longer together.
How you feel about the people that got pushed back and they saying that why if he mad at Diddy, he should be mad at Cassie for being a freak?
Man, I come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. I know you're gonna erase that out. I know you're not even gonna say that, and I know you're saying that why the people are saying that. You understand? The people are saying why you getting mad at Diddy because she was a why you getting mad at Diddy because she was a freak. She was none of that stuff before he met her. Now, you've had girls that you dated over the years, and some of the things you bring out of them that they never did before, and they get comfortable, they start doing it for you. But not none of the shit that he did that and for that young girl. That girl was young enough to be impressionable on this old head ass nigga with all this money. we could take her and show her dreams and lifestyles. So if you don't think that this mofo groomed that baby, that 19-year-old, then bro, I'm gonna say it right here, and I might not do another Art of Dialogue show again. You understand? Because you might not like it. Something is wrong if you don't think that dude groomed that young girl. Took that impressionable young girl who wanted to be a star, who wanted who wanted all her dreams that she had to come true, and fed her drugs, fed her pills, fed her alcohol, and fed her mushrooms and things that she never took before to F her mind up, and then put her in a position that she thought that what little that she had, that she didn't want to lose it. If you didn't think that he did something and did that to her, bro, I gotta say something wrong with you.
Nah, I feel you. I'm gonna keep this in there though. I mean, it's not like I'm saying it or this is how I feel. I'm just asking you about the people that, is giving pushback that don't believe her and getting your take on it. So,
Right.
but she also testified that Diddy will always tell her to put baby oil on. Like if he's seeing her a little dry, he'll tell her to go put more baby oil on because he like to see her glistening. So, oh no, man.
The shiny suit man. You know, from the 90s, he liked everything shiny. Didn't they come out with shiny suits, him and Mace? Huh? Didn't it tell you that everything in the movie had to be shiny? He liked it glistening. My man, dude is a weirdo. And whatever demon got hold to him, that's the demon, and that's what that demon wanted to see. Because all that shit is demonic, bro. All that shit is demonic.
Yeah, she also testified that she was in a relationship with Kid Cudi, but she was still having freak-offs with Diddy. She said that her and Diddy was on a break and Diddy was still making her have freak-offs.
My man, when you are addicted, because you cannot tell me that over the years, she still had to supply her addiction. And who was going to give her the drugs to, for her addiction? She's taking cocaine. She's taking opiates. She's taking mollies. She's taking alcohol. She's smoking weed. And weed ain't the regular weed no more because that's what you call it. They got it I don't know the word for it, but they got all kinds of drugs in the weed right now. So now she got an addiction. Even though he not with him, she still gotta supply her habit. He's with Young Miami, other people, stuff like that. So now I get it for you if you got we do the freak off. I do the freak off because I want to supply my addiction. I know I can get some money out of it too. It's a lot of shit, bro. She was a victim. And by her being a victim, that don't stop her from not having those addictions that come with being a victim. You see what he did? He allegedly blew Kid Cudi's car up, or had somebody blow Kid Cudi's car up. That's what was said. And people don't understand this, man. Like they think this, oh, this is just a domestic violence. This is a sexual thing. You understand? They don't understand the law. And when you are paying prostitutes to come across state lines to have a freak off with your girl, that's against the law. Prostitution is still against the law. And to pay somebody to come and do it, you are breaking the law. This dude got a 34 count indictment. He got to win all 34 counts, bro.
Break that down for the people that don't understand how that works.
Well, if you lose one, you're going to jail still. See, everybody's looking at the thing, well, it's not a sexual, it's a sexual domestic violence. But what about the gun charges? The prosecution proved that, well, I'm not saying prove, but the prosecution made a statement, and Cassie said, yo, he had guns in the house. They used to have guns in the safe. This is not just one charge. He got 34 different charges. He got criminal possession. You understand? Kidnapping. When you don't allow somebody to go somewhere when they go, that's kidnapping. He got a host of charges that you're going to have to get somebody else to go through them. But the prosecution, all they got to do is win one of those charges. But I believe that Diddy's going to make a deal. He's going to get in the middle of this trial. Watch and see what I'm telling you. He's going to get in the middle of this trial because he can't take it. He can't take sitting right there and hearing all his dirty deeds with Cassie. Somebody eventually that he paid what? $30 million to. He's hearing all his deeds in front of him, and he ain't high. He ain't drunk. No more Ciroc for him. Is it Ciroc or Ciroc? Which one is it? Both. It's no, that's missing. So now, he's hearing all this shit go down. He gonna break, bro. I'm telling you. He gonna end up asking this defense team, see, can y'all still get me that deal? See, can y'all still get me that deal? Some kind of deal.
Damn, so that's what you think gonna happen?
Yeah. If he's smart.
And to go back to something you said earlier, same thing with me, man. I'm a little confused when Cassie say that Diddy taught her how to give oral, because I don't see how that works unless he put in his mouth on something. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't need, and I don't want to know. You understand? You know, I love my women seasons. Already know. Been through it, done that. So I ain't into teaching. I wouldn't deal with a woman that I gotta teach anything to, other than taking it. And she should be good at that too. She a grown ass woman. You know what I mean? But for him to go and what she said was blatant, that he taught me how to have oral sex and give men fellatios, and she made it seem like he was actually showing him by practicing on some of the men. That's what I took from it. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy. That's real crazy, bro. But it's crazy that, you know, how people don't see how she was groomed into doing this. That she was groomed into doing this. And then she is saying, and they playing tapes of her saying things that are provocative, because she's saying that because, one, she wants to please him. She know he likes to hear this stuff. She know he wants to hear this stuff. So I'm going to say this stuff to please him. So, one, I don't get my ass whooped. Two, I might get a new car, a new gift, or something like that. Three, I might work on my next album. I don't know, man. It is what it is.
She also testified that the longest freak off her and Diddy had lasted 4 days.
Bruh, I can't imagine having sex for 40 minutes. You talking about 4 days. My man, that's a lot of freaking off. Well, they had tag teams or something? Mama was yeah, no, was it her, Diddy, and 4, 5, 6 other guys, or just her, Diddy, another guy? Yo, that's just crazy to me, bro. See? And they tell off on their story. They self. He had said that his parties are so wild that he has to have an ambulance outside of his house. He said that his parties are so wild, bro, that he got to have an ambulance outside his house. And they have to do a drip afterwards. He is sitting outside around poolside doing an IV drip with his mama. I don't know. Maybe that's some rich. That may be some rich that we don't know nothing about. But he was doing an IV drip after one of his freak off of one of his parties. He had said that. You remember the time he kissed his mama in the mouth? They was getting the drip. And she said that after she did the freak offs, they would have to do IV drips. Man, here we go again. Cocaine is a hell of a drug. And they got other drugs, the mushrooms and all these other things, man. Yo, this is going to be, yo, dude, if he gets off, which I doubt he will, but it don't make me a bit of motherfucking difference because he's through. He can't come back from none of the shit we heard. And if he thinks so, then we ain't worrying about no music. The ain't made music in the last 10, 15, 20 years. He couldn't even make his own son a star. So we know he ain't doing music no more. He couldn't even make his own son a star. So my whole thing about it is that Big, Wolf, Ferg, all the people that I know, they got their just due by that nigga sitting in court, fighting for his life and losing whatever prestige or whatever he had. And I'm glad with that. I'm good with that, bro. I'm good with this nigga losing everything that people help him get. And I'm talking about in our earlier days, having to be at clubs, having to be at places, making sure we risking our lives, people risking their lives, people doing things to make sure that he's all right, that he's good. I'm good with Big, Wolf, Craig Mack, all the people that he did wrong, getting some kind of justice behind this nigga having to face what he got to face now. And for all you crab ass mofos, that want to talk and say shit about me, what you eat don't make me shit. And I'm good with me. I'm really good with me. I'm good that God had me put my foot on that neck and keep it on there. Now, I'm not responsible for none of this sexual shit that he going through. I was here, brother, to tell you about this character, the principles, how he did people that was close to him that risked their life for him, how people came out of their pockets for him to make sure that he was all right when he went through his at City College and things like that. I was here to let y'all know he didn't deserve an honorary degree from Howard University. I was here to let y'all know he didn't deserve the key to the city. I was here to let y'all know, to let the people know that all that good son stuff that he tried to portray, he wasn't a good son because he was cussing his mom out, talking all kinds of shit about him. He even said that my mama could put her palms on the floor. What kind of shit is that? That was their relationship, though. Had nothing to do with the Cassie shit. That was after my time. But I let y'all know he wasn't who he said he was. He ain't deserved none of the things that he was given. The key to New York, the key to the city, fuck up out of here. Tried to portray that he grew up in Harlem, but it's not one block that he could go to and hang out in Harlem and say, this was my block I used to hang out on. Now, I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. I can hang out from 112th Street from 8th Avenue to Lenox Avenue. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. I can hang out on 144th and 8th Avenue. Those are the blocks I hung out on. You couldn't tell that nigga to go to a block, but he claimed he was from Harlem. He used the same game. He used my crew, Slick and the family too. Puff Daddy and the family. He took a lot of shit without paying his dues. And when y'all say that it was dudes that never checked him, he got checked. But he went a whole nother way. He could hide behind the money. He could hide behind the rich and the famous and not have the dudes who were there. Now y'all finding out it wasn't only Cassie. It was people before Cassie. You got Kirk Burroughs telling his story. Wait till he hit the stands. It's a lot of stuff gonna go down, y'all. I was just here. I was just here to let y'all know you ain't gotta be scared of dude. You ain't gotta be scared at all. Come out, tell your story with the truth, and you'll prevail. Ain't nobody trying to put a black man down now. A black man wouldn't do a black woman or Latino woman or a white woman or any other kind of woman like he did that girl. That ain't the actions of a black man, especially when you got black daughters.
Kirk Burroughs, he taking a stand?
Well, you know, Kirk Burrows got a lawsuit in him. They filed a lawsuit, and it's a civil suit. And if it goes to trial and they don't settle out, he's going to have to take the stand and say what happened to him. Not in this case, but then the federal government, you don't know. The feds might bring him in too.
I know Aubrey O'Day, she taking a stand.
But that's from Danny DeCane, right?
Yeah.
He said some shit about Danny DeCane, bro. They lawyers was trying to get in touch with me. You know what I'm saying? They lawyers were trying to get in touch with me because we was in the studio. And I don't know what Danny DeCane had did to them. I don't know what had happened, what transpired. You know what I'm saying? I may have said the wrong name before, but it was Danny DeCane. I know it for a fact. Because he said, them hoes gonna keep with me. And I'm gonna drug them all and pimp them out to my nigga. And I told him, I said, what the fuck is you talking about? Them somebody's daughters. And I walked out because something was happening up front. Or something was happening, I had to go up front. You know what I'm saying? Because we doing security. I'm in there securing them, but something happened up front. So I went to check. You know what I'm saying? And I came back. And then that's when me and that nigga got into a beef and we was talking about each other for the whole rest of the night until we got ready to take him home. So the next day, the dude tells me, he said, yo, Gene, come upstairs. You know, I'm at his house on 74th and Park Avenue. You know, he said, yo, next day he said, Gene, come upstairs. I said, yo, what's going on? He said, yo, Gene, I was laughing my ass off. I was sitting here just thinking about how you was talking about me and the shit that you was saying. You know what I'm saying? You know, because none of them niggas was laughing at my jokes. They was laughing at this nigga jokes the whole night. Corny shit. So then, you know, because this was before he got his teeth fixed. Because anybody who know Puff know he had gangrene in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to tell me he got that shit from eating money. I told him stop, take it out of his diet. So now, he's sitting there. He said, yo, Gene, yo, you can't talk about me like that in front of people no more. I said, keep your motherfucking name, my name out your mouth, and I'll keep my name out mine. No Diddy. But anyway, I told him that, and that's when, you know, our relationship started taking a different turn because he knew he could say certain shit about me, you know, and I wasn't allowed. So when Jennifer Lopez used to ask me to get involved in their conversations and stuff like that and say, Gene, you know, and I was like, Ms. Lopez, I'm not at liberty to speak about Mr. Combs, about Mr. Combs anymore. And that's how I started handling until the situation with my man D.